everyone and welcome to my channel. So today I have a very exciting video because I have, well, obviously I normally, if you watch my channel, I buy a lot of makeup. I like trying out new makeup and I have something new which was not expensive at all because it's from Essence and it's the What the Fluff eyeshadow palette. And look how cute this is. I walked by the aisle like twice in the store and I thought, well, this is really cute. And then I walked by again and then I was like, well, this is really cute. And then I saw how fluffy this is. Like, you can actually like press it in like a squeezing ball. Like, it's adorable. And then I wanted to look inside the palette and let me show you. These colors look so pretty. There is a plastic thing on here which is really nice because there was nothing like... When you have like a more expensive palette, normally there's like this thing around the palette, so you can take that off and then you have the palette so you can see that no one like used this. So I thought it was a really nice touch that they put some plastic there so you can definitely see that no one has used it yet. And that's actually like new makeup. So yeah, I think this was $6.99 like in euros, and that's like not expensive at all. I have no idea how well the pigment is. It's the Cotton Candy Skies palette, eyeshadow palette with 9 pigmented shades. I wanted to do it in like a first tryout video on my channel, so that's why we're here today and we're gonna try out this palette. The only thing which I think is always really sad, and I know that's like because it's very cheap, it cannot always have it in here, but I would love a like tiny little mirror. Even if it's like this big, you can actually like see what you're doing. Because I always keep like this tiny palette, my big mirror is right there and I always keep the palette for looking like different angles. So normally I just put another palette, if it doesn't have a mirror I just keep another palette around so I can see myself in another direction. But I know they can't always do that because it's a little bit, it makes the palette a little bit less cheap. Color palette looks like, so they don't really have names, but you can definitely see like a shade difference in all of them. So obviously we're gonna swatch them because I wanted to try them out. I am so excited and I've waited long enough because I already had this in my house I think for a week. So yeah, I'm so excited. So obviously like I normally do, I do row by row. Okay, so let's dive into the first shade. They feel really soft and the color payoff looks really nice. This is more like a curl kind of shade. Oh, this looks really nice and bright. I have to say I have not tried out that many colors, like eyeshadow colors from Essence. I've tried like many things from Essence. I recently tried some things out from the Alice in Wonderland. I have a lip mask, I have lip products. I think I've tried out blushes from them when I was younger. I just go into the store, like the drugstore, and then I just go around the makeup aisle and look if there's something that is like appealing to me, and then I just buy it because normally it's not that expensive. This is a lighter shade, almost looks perfect for my skin tone. Ooh, this one is even lighter. That looks like a perfect base shade. Oh, it does. That looks really nice. Then we have the first shimmer. Oh, I'm so excited. One of the things why I wanted to have this palette because look at this. Doesn't that look beautiful? Yeah, that looks really pretty. Purple shade. Ooh, that's very cute. It's giving Eastern vibes, if you ask me. Purple shade is not swatching the best. Let's give it another layer. Because sometimes with some palettes, yeah, that's better. Sometimes with some palettes, you just have to scrape off the starter layer of the palette so you can take, like, you can put your fingers better in there. And then you have a better result. The second shimmer, really pretty. Let me just scratch it a little like I just said. Yeah, that's better. Pinky shade. Bright pink shade. Oh, I'm really excited about that one. And then you have a green shimmer. Ooh, look at this. That's beautiful. Ooh, that's really pretty. So I think this looks beautiful. I really like this. Okay, so let's clean my hands. I am taking this off, but I do want to give you, wait. Oh my god, I forgot what I normally am doing. So they don't have shade names, but I'm quickly gonna film it on my phone and then I'm gonna show you because that's what I always do. How can I forget that? This time I'm not gonna use a primer. Well, I am, but not a real primer. I'm gonna use this Jeffree Star Cosmetics concealer, and this is in the shade C0, which is the white shade. And I thought, because I'm using white shade, maybe the pastel colors are gonna do a little bit like better. Putting a little bit of this on my lid and then I'm gonna blend it out. And the reason why I'm not putting that much all at once is you can obviously already see a difference. And if you put too much all at once, it's gonna dry, it's gonna look ugly, and probably gonna look very weird if you have like this big splash of white all over your eyes. Oh damn, did it scoop like this? Whoa, okay. And I think this is the best I'm gonna do for the primer portion of the eyelid. I'm gonna use the lightest shade, and I'm gonna use this brush, and I'm gonna use the very lightest shade, which is this shade right here, and I'm gonna put this all over the lid because I think it's a perfect setting shade for me. If you're thinking like, why aren't you just doing it on your lids? I have two things to say about that. But first we're gonna wipe away the excess powder. The first thing I'm gonna say about that is, if you follow me for a while, you already know this, but I have pretty oily eyelids, and if I don't put an eye primer or something underneath it, like on a very cold day, it can keep a little bit better. Some products do a little bit better than others, but normally I just get creases like right there if I don't set it like normally how I normally do so. So yeah, and the second thing is, if you're putting a light base under a pastel color, it probably is gonna do way better on your eyes, because then the pigment has something very, well, a very nice base to grip to. So if you're having paint on a canvas and you're having a dark background, it's gonna look different than when you're having a light background. That's just how color theory works, so that's why we're gonna do this way. Let's go on to the next portion of this eye look. So I have this blending brush, and I'm just gonna use the second shade in the middle right there. And as you can see, it does not have like that much kick up. Can you see that? I don't really mind about it. Some people really do. So I just always mention it when I'm trying out a new eyeshadow palette. Does not look like this has much pigment. Much different than the one that is next to it. They do look really close to each other. We're not gonna get like nice use out of that. So what am I gonna do now? Let me try the pink one. Not the bright pink one, but this pink one. Maybe this has a little bit more pigment. Okay, maybe I should have not used a bright white underneath it. I'm not really sure anymore. Is it me? Am I doing something wrong? You can definitely see that there's product there, but I don't see that much of a difference. I'm thinking now, should I start over? Okay, I'm just gonna use another blending brush, and then we're gonna go into the orange shade. And I'm really digging in, like really hard, to hope there is, like, you can see how much color there's on here, to hope there's actually like pigment coming off. Okay, you can definitely see that something is on my lid with this one. Change of plans, because I've tried out this one, and that one. So 4 of the 9 colors, and almost none of them picked up at the white base. So I'm not gonna use a base today, even though I always do so. I don't think I should this time. So I'll be right back. I'm gonna take this off, and then we're gonna start over, because I just hope to get something cute out of here. Okay, so now my eyes are all clean. Let's dig in again. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now. Should I again use the orange, or should I just... I'm gonna use the orange now. Yeah, that's way better. I don't know about you, if you can actually like see it, but if I stamp it on and then just blend it a little just on my bare lid, there is some pigment like right there and not there, as you can see. And obviously I know this is a pastel palette, so it's not supposed to like be really bright, but I do have another pastel palette. I'm not sure if I have more than one, but I have one from Jeffree Star Cosmetics, and that one is really nice. So I was hoping, obviously I wasn't like thinking this would be the same, because it's a fraction of the price. That one is obviously way bigger too. But if I look now, this looks fine. Let me get another brush. Now I'm really curious about the purple, because the purple is a very hard color. Okay, I shouldn't just went in with... I should have just went in with the purple, because the purple looks actually fine. It's not the brightest. I wasn't expecting this, but just was expecting a little bit more. Obviously, because now I have this palette, I'm gonna play around with it a little bit more. And maybe it's just my lighting that is not showing its best of abilities, but I just was hoping for a little bit more when I saw it in store, because I thought it was so fucking cute. Just gonna use the one matte shade I haven't used before, so that's the bright pink. Does look very bright on here. Okay, did I just just used the wrong type of brush for this product, because look at it. I do see a difference in both sides. Obviously, I can definitely see a difference in color. When I dig in really hard, I can see there is much fallout on my face, sadly. Oh, look at this. I just have a feeling that I'm like blending it away. Definitely think you would want a little bit more payoff, because I have now 3 shades on my lid. I just have the feeling that it's not like wanting to grip to my eyelid, which is weird because I've never had that before. Because on my lower lash line it's doing fine. So let me get this micellar water. We're gonna start off once over because I wanted to give, oh dang it, I wanted to give this palette a fair chance, and maybe I did something wrong with taking off my makeup. So let me take everything off. My hopes are getting a little bit down with this. Let me just dig in this pink shade once again. Let's see. Again, this, I'm confused. Is it this palette, or is it the way I should apply it? Like, that looks better when I applied it with my fingers. Okay, so I've never had this with a matte shade before. Should I apply it with my fingers? Because now it looks like pretty good. Just brush one more time. And it's taking it off again. What is happening? Okay, so I'm just gonna do this on the other side, and then we just have a little bit of color payoff. I just feel like it's not doing what I want. That's the point. Okay, and it's a little bit harder to get into the crease with using my fingers, but I did get some payoff now. I'm gonna use this tiny brush, and I'm gonna use the peach shade, really digging in there. Then I'm gonna line my lower lash line with it. There is some color coming off. You can already see how hard I needed to like be in this shade, how hard I needed to be in that shade to get the color payoff. And we had to try it 3 times before we could get here, so that's kind of really sad. So I'm just really curious about the, I don't want to use the green, but I think that's not fitting this look. I don't actually think any of these colors would look right with the green, except a brown tone. Just gonna go in with this like more golden tone. And for glitters and shimmers, I normally always use my fingers, because that's the easiest way to get the best pigment on your eyes, because it just grips better. It's okay, it does look pretty. It's not applying the best, so look how much is on my finger and look how blinding it looks, and then when I put it on, it just disappears a little. Okay, so it is a little bit buildable, and it does look really pretty. So maybe I need to buy a glitter glue. I think NYX has one, which is supposed to be really good. I think I'm now gonna go in with the other shimmer to see what it looks like on this side. Or that one is just like a little bit just glitter and no base color. That could be possibly it. The shimmers are pressed in really soft, because if I dip in my fingers, pen is like getting a little bit, how do you call it, messy-ish? Yeah, this is applying better than the other shade, I think. Well, it kind of looks the same, but this one was easier to apply than that one, because before that one I had to do twice what I did on this side. Okay, should we just put the green over it to see how it looks? Now I'm really curious, because I used all of these shades, because the green looks so pretty. Oh! Like, can you see if I put the green over that shade, it looks pretty nice. That's really pretty. And I even think it looks very pretty with the orange and the pink. I should have just used the green one, and then it would be a look. And now if I look a little bit longer into the mirror with a little bit more work than I usually do, it does look kind of pretty. If I look closely into my mirror, you can definitely see some of these colors, and they shouldn't be like the brightest of all. And they're not going to be. I know it because it's a pastel palette, but look how like tiered up it already looks after just one use, because I had to dip in like so hard at all of these colors. So I'm not really sure if I actually want to do mascara and just like call it a day and show you this video and then try it out another time. The glitter is all over my face as well. Okay, so I'm a little bit disappointed by this palette. I just don't know what to say. I thought the packaging looked so cute, so I actually bought it for the aesthetic. and I thought the inside was gonna be like this, so this on my face. Now I see that there's actually no blue shade in here, which was in there. I know the shades, I know what they looked like before I tried them out. Obviously I did know, but I'm a little bit disappointed. Let me show you the other palette that I have. Okay, so now that I see them, they are actually not really pastel palettes. Do I own a pastel palette? I thought I did. I do have this one from Colourpop. These are a little bit pastel tints as well. The color payoff is really good for this one. I do have a video of this one on my channel. Then I was mentioning this one. I thought this looked a little bit similar to this one, but now I see they actually don't. The pigment of this one is great as well. But then I have the Big Jawbreaker from Jeffree Star Cosmetics as well. But this purple shade reminded me so much of the purple in the middle, but they're not the same. But this was like the kind of pastel palette I was thinking about. I do have this Rose Quartz palette, which is a little bit pastel palette as well. And the quality of this one is great. I don't know if she still sells it, but I love this palette. I've used it many times. I thought I had a pastel palette, but I'm not sure anymore. The longer I look in the mirror, I think it looks fine. There is a pop of color, but you shouldn't like expect too much of this palette. I just was expecting a little bit more. I think I'm gonna do a video in the future of this palette again and give it another shot, give it another chance, maybe with another lighting, maybe trying the green on its own. I have no idea, maybe try it together with a different palette, but I just wanted to give you a very quick review of this palette, and sadly it was not like I hoped. There were still a couple of shades that worked kinda. I hope I can get more use of this palette because it looks adorable and I love how squishy it is, and I had not seen that before. So yeah, I hope you still enjoyed this video, even though this was like not how I expected the video to go. So if you did, please give this video a big thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet, and turn on notifications so you get a notification every time I upload a brand new video. And for now, I hope you have a nice day and I hope to see you in my next one. Bye!